Well, I'd like to believe that we are very supportive of our staff. We're very supportive of their leadership. You know, some of our staff are on the ground working day in and day out with really tough situations and challenging situations for families. And so that wears on you after a while. And so I think we're constantly trying to find ways that we can build more self-care kind of awareness, provide more skill development, more support, more opportunities to cross-train and cross-connect across the organization for our staff so that people can learn and share from each other. I also think we do that by encouraging our staff to be involved in other things and involved with other committees or organizational projects, and to provide opportunities for our staff to take leadership. I think the more that we do that, the more staff are self-aware of what's possible and what they need. The other way that we do it is we try to get together monthly for sure with all staff, but we also try to encourage cross-program work so that I might be working directly with a couple of our advocacy staff and a couple of directors, and together we're doing a project or we're doing some development together. And I think for staff that are kind of on the ground to have those opportunities to learn and to share and to impart what they know to others that are in more higher positional areas of work, it really, I think, equalizes kind of the opportunity for everybody. It goes back to when I talked about the leadership opportunity when you're partnering people together, and that no one is the leader over the other. I'd like to think that we do that with our staff, that no one is the leader over the other. We might have different positions, but I can learn as much from an advocate that's working with families day in and day out that I think they might be able to learn from me around leadership or running a nonprofit, or how to problem solve. And so I think as long as we see that that's our role with each other, then it allows us to work in the community in better ways. As far as leadership development and why we do that work, we believe that community deserves resources, information, knowledge, skill building in order for them to do the work that's going to take to change and to end domestic violence, for example. We will never end domestic violence as an organization. No organization will, no system will, but community can. And the only way that community can do that is by community members being able to have the information, the knowledge, and the opportunity to really work with others in the community around the issues, around how to problem solve it, how to create new opportunities, how to inform other people about it, how to support other people about it. And that, to me, is some of the work we have to do in community in order to make that happen.